Hi guys,
All right. Okay.
good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. My name is Albert Tan. Sorry for the delay. We have some technical error. So we are cut off completely from the first stream. So we have to re-stream in another link. So for guys who actually watching this, can you please tell the other guys, please post a message in the other group, not other group, in the previous live stream post. Tell them to come here. So my apologies, on behalf of Vineeth and also Facebook group, Download Silo. So before we do that, we go into this webinar proper. Let's do some housekeeping as usual. So please type your name, give permission to this web video to show your photo as well as your name while you're commenting. So, and we hope that, more people will trickle in. And I think now we have about 10 people, so that's good. So let me see who is actually around. Okay, we have Ankit Dizit, HM Suja, Raymonji, Joginda Sama, Clevenchu. So as for your information, this is a new link for this Facebook Live. The previous link is no longer valid because we are cut off completely. There is some error in the streaming. So I think we are good. So guys, this is the webinar on this TeliportMe by, I would say, the founder, Vineeth Devaiah. How to spell your name, Vineeth?
Devaiah, yeah, that's right.
Devaiah. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find
No,
it
no,
very
you're correct.
difficult to
You
pronounce
said it the
Indian
right.
name.
Yeah.
Okay, so while we are waiting for other people, maybe we can do some what they call introduction. So everybody know
Sure.
me here, so they might not know you well. So perhaps let me ask you some question. Vineeth, where are you actually originally from?
Originally, I'm from India. So I was born and raised in this place called Goa. And yeah, so I'm originally from Goa, but I'm originally from Bangalore, but I was born and raised in Goa. So
I
that's,
see. Okay,
yeah.
that's good. So what makes you what they call migrate to Europe? So I know you actually now based in Europe.
Yeah. So, like a lot of Indian kids, I studied, did my master's in the US,
Mm-hmm.
and then I worked in the US for maybe a year and a half in New York City. And then I started my company. And then, I don't know, I felt like Europe has a better work-life balance and a more focus on like doing other things than working and making money. So for me, that was the reason to move into Luxembourg. And because maybe I was like kind of the most time I spent in the US was either in San Francisco or Manhattan. And both those places are very, very competitive. And, there's a lot of focus on making money, which is not bad. But, if you're someone like me who is driven and very hardworking, you are rewarded really, really well. And so it becomes very difficult to get out of that cycle of, making money and getting rewarded. Uh, so yeah, I kind of moved my company and everything to Luxembourg
Mhm.
at some
Okay,
point. Yeah.
that's good, because there are actually many people from India went into US. Some of them very successful, as you know, like especially
Yeah.
on the tech, sector.
Yeah.
So I think in the Silicon Valley, a lot of Indian actually conquering US in that sense.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. If you go, like, I think when I started my company in 2011, we were the first company. So that time there was this whole like Y Combinator started in 2011, 2008, 2009. And then 500 startups and all these incubators were starting and popping up. And we were the first Indian company to ever get selected in one of those accelerators. So from there to see now where like the Indian startups and Indian ecosystem is doing so well, it's really nice.
mhm. Okay, so much about the background story. So the audience actually more interested in actually what is your background? Are you a developer yourself, or do you have a team? And why do you want
Yeah.
to set up this Teleport Me, app, which is actually I call it very unique because it's virtual kind of a 360 degree. You can see everything around you.
Yeah. I mean, we have a very long history. We're about 10 years old now, and I am personally, like, I started my programming. I used to program a long time back. Then by training, I'm a chemical engineer, um, and my master's was in biomedical engineering. So I kind of like span a lot of things from a technical perspective. Um, but I decided to, and I was started my PhD at Harvard, and I dropped out in like 4 months, and then started this company. And no, I dropped out, worked, and then started this company. So that's kind of the background. The idea for Teleport Me was to create a Wikipedia, like a combination of Wikipedia and Street View. So back in 2010, 2011, we were pitching investors on VR and AR. This is before anything, right? We were saying like people are going to be walking down the streets with glasses and interacting with the real world in a more deeper sense. And this is before, well, not before Android released, but I would say like we released our first version of our product with the second version of Android. So that's how long we've been doing this, right? And yeah, I mean, it's been quite a journey. And at this point, what Teleport Me is, it's a profitable small business. We have about 17 employees across the world. Most of them are sort of, I won't say freelancers, but part-time. Some are full-time. We've figured out a way that makes it very easy for me and some of our like colleagues who have been working in the company for almost 5, 6, 7 years. A good lifestyle, and we want to build this product into something more tangible, and we want to build this. But the space that we are in is extremely uh, difficult to build. Like, it's not some other SaaS, right? So the other SaaSes are like, most other SaaSes are forms. Basically, basically a web form. Most SaaSes are basically web forms, and for us, we have to go deep into image processing and server maintenance and optimization. So like the work we have to do to make the money is not like like when we sell something for $79, people are like, oh, this is too expensive. It's like it, they'll buy like a farm product for $300, right? Because they're like, oh, it's the same thing, but the amount of effort it goes to build our product is far higher than like it's to build on most of the SaaS. So we are in that like kind of weird space where um, the ROI is not that high for us in terms of technical ability to execute and amount of money we can make. So our focus now is more on like growing what product we have and making it more accessible to businesses than actually focusing on like building the core technology, because I think we already have that. And now it's like, okay, this industry needs our product. This industry needs our product. Small businesses need our product. So we just kind of like moving it around.
Mhm. Okay, that's interesting. But one interesting trend that I've actually noticed nowadays, most SaaS founders actually have a distributed team across the world. So it's actually the
Mhm.
trend. People work from home.
It's a fun.
Okay, since COVID 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So that's why I would say that. So now the world is actually around our corner. No, you are in Europe or
Yeah.
US right now. So I can just talk to you face to face. So it's something that we can never imagine when I was a young boy. No internet,
Yeah. Same.
nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
No,
much
I
for
mean, I
this.
think I think you're right. You're right. I mean, for us, like we were always sort. I wouldn't say, I'm not trying to brag, but we were always ahead of the curve. Like we started being fully remote in 2013. Like
Mhm.
we had an office, but like maybe two people came to office. Like because they wanted to like get away from their wives or something. But that was the only reason a few people used to come to office. But we have been fully remote since 2013, and it's good to see more companies adopting that. But there are pros and cons of this whole distributed thing. Like you miss camaraderie of your peers. You miss making good friendships, especially when you're younger.
Mhm.
So there's like pros and cons, but I think that overall it's a positive because it gives enough flexibility, and also it makes it easier to employ people, very good talent elsewhere. So yeah,
Okay, that's a trend we can see. Okay, so much for
yeah.
all this small talk. So
Small
let's
chit chat,
do
small talk.
chit chat, small talk. So
Let's get to the
yeah,
selling.
let's get
The sales
serious,
of software.
because round in we have about 20 people. So why don't you actually, do your presentation proper? You want to do a demo or you want to do something else? Up to you. The audience actually wanted to know how to use this app. How to make money using this app. That's the most important thing. Because a lot of them are agencies. Small
Yes.
agencies. So please.
Yeah. So I mean, I think before I show anything, let me just kind of like talk about Teleport Me and what the product is. And I think if anybody has seen the product, it's a very unique niche product, um,
Yes.
but it has a lot of potential to make money because there are not too many providers that provide this kind of service. So one of the things I always tell people is like, yes, it is a bit more work and it's a bit more niche, but on the other hand, you know that there is less competition for you because it's not just website making, it's not just building a bot or Facebook, social media, whatever it is. There's so much competition in everything else. If you can bring something unique to your customer, maybe they don't even want it, but you're the only person that can provide it. Maybe they don't even pay for it, but like say you have a package that says you get a virtual tour, social media, website, and everything. Now that is better than someone who cannot provide the virtual tour, because the virtual tour is becomes sort of the distinguishing factor in your package than the social media and the Facebook and all of that stuff, right? So that's one of the things. uh, I always try to pitch, especially to LTD customers and agencies, because what they are looking for is, how do I increase the revenue of our agency? How do I provide more value to our customer so that the customer doesn't leave us, right? So maybe, if your customer is a small business, and has a shop, or is real estate, or a university, or you're trying to get a customer, let's say you're trying to get a university client, right? Uh, you can do something like you can provide a virtual tour as a perk, or as an added advantage for the university. And the thing is, once you provide that, the virtual tour remains on their website forever. That very few universities, that we have had universities that have their virtual tours up for like 10 years now, like 7 6 years. Like we did a virtual tour for NUS Singapore, NTU Singapore, back in 2013, and they were using it till very recently, because it doesn't, like, a university doesn't change, like a
Mhm.
house doesn't change, a shop doesn't really change. And so that's kind of like how we try to pitch it to everybody. And we have had a good success. We came on LTD during the pandemic, where the demand for virtual tours really boomed, and we were like, okay, let's try to capture as much market as we can. And we didn't know anything about the LTD market. Like, we were pure SaaS subscription. And as an experiment, I listed our product on Marketplace. We were, I think, the fourth or fifth product on Marketplace. You know, it was that, when Marketplace was just beginning. And I don't know if Atlee is here. I saw his comment, but he was the one who somehow like found our product and put it on Martech. And
Yeah,
then
I
like
just
people started, then I got tagged. I was like, why are people, who is tagging me? And I was like, what are these groups that are buying software? Like, I didn't even know these groups existed. And so since then this is, I think, our third LTD. Um, and every time we come on LTD, it's always helped us. We've always got excellent customers, and made some good money, obviously. All right, I think, what does it say? There's some questions I see. What about server? Can it load fast everywhere? Yeah, I mean, we use Azure and we provide CDN. So,
Yeah, Vineeth, I suggest
so
you will not look at the
oh,
live
don't answer the
question.
questions.
Yeah, Yeah,
Okay,
leave it
okay,
on the
okay,
end.
okay. Okay, leave the question for the end. Okay, all right. So so let's talk about. Let me show everybody what like a virtual tour is. So let's start from there, and then we can go to the AppSumo page, and then we can talk about the upgrades. I think that seems to be a good
Yeah,
way to go
that's
through
pretty
it.
good.
All right, so let me share my page.
Okay, I'll project it up.
Okay, so I'll show you what exactly. So this is a typical. Can you see? Can you see my screen, Albert?
Yes, I can see the virtual
Okay,
screen already.
so right. So this is a typical virtual tour, and you can see it kind of loads really fast. You know, it's not a slow tour. This is a typical residential complex, and you can go through it. And these are hotspots. You can click on hotspots, kind of navigate through. This is a very typical virtual tour. And then you can add floor plans, and you can kind of navigate through the floor plan. You can change levels. Right? So this is the final product of the virtual tour. And so if you log into the product, you'll kind of see something like this. You'll have a list of your virtual tours. And so, for example, oh, sorry. There you go. So this is the editor. Here you can edit your virtual tour. It's very, very simple, very easy to understand. Our entire virtual tour is divided into blocks. So like you can see over here, it's quite simple. You have a hotspot. So a hotspot is any kind of information thing on the virtual tour. So for example, this is a hotspot. So when you click on it or when you select it, the options come up over here. So this is a hotspot. When I click on it, the options come over here. Now this is a hotspot. When I click on it, the options come over here, right? So it's very easy to understand. Then you have settings about the panorama. So like this is a panorama. It's a 360 photo. And so any kind of settings that you have to do for this photo is on this side. So like initial position, resetting, hotspots, horizon correction, and all of these, you know, if you go through if you just try the product, you'll see. So you have all of these settings for the panorama itself. And then it's the tour setting. So the entire tour, what is the brand you want? So one of the things that you'll see in our AppSumo page is we have this thing called brand accounts, right? So what exactly brand account is you can basically have brand kits. So for example, you know, Albert, if you have like say 10 clients and you want to save their brand accounts, like you can kind of save their, you know, logos and colors and everything. And whenever you want to add it to the tour, you can kind of, so think of it as like a template. So that's how we start off with. We got SEO settings, we got different themes, different navigation types. You can select what you can show. So for example, I can show the panorama name. You can see it's showing up here. I can add an info icon like this. So it becomes very easy to actually build a tour. And then obviously the final is the sharing option. So you can share your virtual tour either with an embed link, an iframe embed link. You can share it as a link, so just a simple link, an MLS link. So this is something that's very, very useful for some of our customers in the US, because if you're a real estate customer, you have to put in your tours to the MLS website. So this one is really useful for that. Then you have the social and then QR code. So we generate a QR code. And so if you just want to like share it using a QR code, you have this. You can select embed sizes. You can add a custom. So, and then you can also connect your custom domains. So we have a CNAME option for our it's an upgrade that you buy from your AppSumo, and we'll talk about that. So then once you connect that, you can basically have download tours.downloadsilo.com, and then you can connect to that. So let me kind of go back to the tour. And over here, the way it works is we have some really cool features that you can add to the tour, other than the hotspots and panoramas and all that settings, and that is like blocks. So blocks are basically things like password protection, floor plans, virtual hosts, magic embeds, logos, and dollhouse. So all of these are sort of what you call as like special features of the virtual tour. Some of them are included in the AppSumo plan, some of them are not. And it's very extensible. So for example, if I select, let's say, a welcome screen, so and add a welcome screen, basically a welcome screen will show up when you start the panorama. So I've added a welcome screen over here. What I can do is, if I want to save this type of welcome screen, so I can go here and I can change the image. Now the image can either be a panorama from the tour, which is generally the case. So here you can change it, or you can upload your own image, right? So like I can upload, for example, let's do this one. So now I have this image over here. I can, change whatever I want over here. Add a description, all of that stuff. You can have a fly-in animation. So like a fly-in animation, something like this. So that's, and then what you can do is you can kind of save this and say, this is a download silo block, and you save it. And then you go to blocks, that is, you have added this block. You see this is the download silo block. And what you can do is you can add it to your global block, right? And now next time, let's say you create a tour and you want to add, let's say I'm going to delete this for now, right? I'm going to remove the welcome screen. So you can see here on the blocks over here. So now let's say I go here, I go to global blocks, and I go to download silo, add this. Now you added the welcome. So it's kind of like every like unique setting can be set as a global block, and then you can bring it onto your new tours. So this makes it very easy for you to create all these amazing tours, right? This is the dollhouse view. This is the new feature that we added this time with the LTD. It's an upgrade. It's a $299 upgrade. It's super easy to do. In this case, I think everything is kind of generated, but you can create it using 2D, sort of move it around just by dragging and dropping it. And so this way you can kind of just set it up properly. Now, let's say you want to add labels, you can add the label, and then you can kind of click on it, turn it around, move it up and down, move it to the side. So it depends, like once you have the floor plan, we can generate it directly from the floor plan. You can see that option here, but right now it's generated, so you don't really have to worry about it. Again, 2D, you can see this clearly. And you can add, different levels. In this case, there's only one levels. It's a flat house, but once you have different levels, you can select it from there. You can select which one you want, all of that stuff. You can see the label. So this is, again, a part of the AppSumo deal, but you'll have to upgrade to get some of these options. Yeah, I mean, this kind of like gives you a full overview of the product. So is there any questions about the product I should take right now, Albert, or should I just kind of move on?
Yes, you can actually take some question. One of the question that is, I think, few person asking is kind of the gadget, do we really need a 360 camera? Or maybe a handphone will do.
No, so I recommend getting the 360 camera, and we have a phenomenal deal coming up. I think I should be able to talk about it in a few days, because they have, so we are a global marketing partner for Trisio. And we are the only global marketing partner they have. And we actually wanted to get a phenomenal price for all our customers. But they had already promised one of their other resellers, because of Amazon has some like really weird rules about, where the prices can be showed. So we just said, you know what, we'll do our reselling sometime later. But so I think Faz Musa, who's commenting, he has the Trisio camera. He got it from us. Atlee got a 360 camera from us, and I don't think you'll get that price anywhere else. No, like that's the only price you'll get, the cheapest, the best. It's a very, very good camera. It's called Trisio. I'll put a link. Can I put a link here, or only you can put
you
that,
can put a
Albert?
link if you want to.
I don't think I can, but let
You can
me.
just type it in the private chat, then I can put it in the Facebook group. Okay, what is the price of that camera? No, I saw it in the in this AppSumo.
Right. So right. So right now the retail price is $399, and that is only for the US, right? It's much higher for most other countries. Only US is $399 with shipping, because it comes through Amazon. But any other country, it is much higher. Our pricing is going to be around $340, including shipping to most countries in the world. So that's a very, very good price. Almost a saving of more than. So if you're in Europe, you're saving more than $120 off the retail price. So I think that it's great value for anybody that's interested in doing this. All right. Okay. So
okay, let me. You want to go? Do you have any more thing to show in the app, or before we actually want to go into the
no, the
question?
app, I think the app stuff, I think is I've gone through like an overview. Obviously, it's a very detailed application. You can see some of the stuff our customers are doing. But I think like if I get into like just the nitty-gritty of it, I don't know if people are interested. If people have more questions, I can show the product more and how to do more stuff. But maybe I can answer some questions, and then we can go to the deal. And so if there are any questions that you think I should answer.
Okay, let me project it up so you can see on the video. What about the server and load faster everywhere? By Stephen Chow.
Yeah, absolutely. We are actually the fastest loading virtual tour software, tested by the most renowned influencers, or I mean, they used to be called reviewers. Now they're called influencers. Yeah.
No, where is the server located?
So we use Azure. And we have because we are based out of Luxembourg, we follow the GDPR stuff very, very carefully. Yeah, and so depending on whichever location you are, Azure has its own mechanism of delivering content on the back end. So we don't really worry about it, and we don't store any information, nothing.
Yeah, I mean GDPR is very strict, so you are good.
Very strict. Yeah.
So the next question is by Sujit. More storage
And we have
for
more.
preemptive.
Yeah, you can buy more storage from us. And so basically the way the deal works is every pack or every code you buy adds 3 GB to your storage. And trust me, there's more than enough. We have had people who have bought our AppSumo deal and have had more than, I mean, let me see if I can open it up. Because I think a lot of people have this issue with the storage, but I think it just is not a very let me see. I'm thinking of finding a customer that has a lot of tours. I'm going to show you their usage, because
how much space has they used?
Yeah, because I think that's like useful to kind of see, right? So I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to figure out who can I show that has a lot of use cases. I think this person has.
Okay, there are a lot of interesting questions.
Okay, so I'll show you this guy. Okay.
Are you sharing the screen?
Yeah, I'm sharing right now.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a real estate company.
You have
Just
to
in
put on
at
the right
Boston.
tab, yeah, okay. Now it's okay.
Okay,
Okay.
it's okay. So
Yes.
this is this guy is you can see Absolute Select, Absolute and Absolute Business. So he's basically upgraded up to business. It has he has a quota of 670 tours. He's used up 68. He's got 18 GB of storage, but he's only consumed 2.8. So with 68 tours, he's only consumed 3 GB,
Not
right?
that
So
much.
like if you buy like one code, so one code over here, we give you 3 GB plus we give you another 500 MB for testing. You can put up to, in this case 68 tours, and his tours are proper like real estate tours, right? So if you like click on them, like it's a proper, I wouldn't say like the highest quality, but they're pretty good tours, and he sells a lot of real estate. And he's, you can see 68, but he's always like, he keeps repeating a lot. So if I go to his thing here, so he owns a website called bostonmove.com, and so all his, all the tours are right here. So he's got all these tours, and like I showed you, his usage is only less than 3 GB. You can see, and he's upgraded fully. He's gotten everything. He hasn't gotten Dollhouse and analytics, but everything else he has gotten. So this is just a use case. I mean, like just an example of like how the storage really is not such a big problem like people think it is. So
Okay.
yeah.
Vineeth, I mean personally, I find that this kind of app is very popular among real estate people, agent or the company. Is there
Yep,
any
that's our
other
biggest
use
market.
cases that outside real estate?
Yeah. I mean, real estate is the most used, but real estate is not the highest value. The highest value ROI is generally in hotels, restaurants, schools, because with all of these other kind of businesses, it becomes a lead generation product, right? And we have customers that are marketing agencies that they don't charge for the virtual tour, they charge per lead. So they go and they sell a virtual tour to say a university, and they say, okay, how much is one student valued for you? We'll do the virtual tour for free. We will create all the CTAs, we'll create like all the virtual hosts and everything. But how much does a student is valued? And generally for universities, one student is valued a lot of money. So they charge them per lead. So they have a capture mechanism. You can implement a bot or something of that sort, or a form within the virtual tour asking people. So yeah, so there's a lot of use cases. It's just another marketing asset, right? It's just like it's like asking what are photos used for. You can use it for anything you want. It's just like, do you have the ability to come up with an idea that resonates with a customer and a client? Like a lot of people use it for furniture showrooms, like that's a huge use case for us. People use it for like dental clinics. The people use it for car showrooms. So car showrooms is a huge market for us,
Yes.
like showing the
Especially
inside
for
of the cars.
exotic cars.
No, normal cars also, like, because people want to see how a car looks like, inside when you're
Okay.
sitting. And so like the 360 tour of the car looks really impressive. So the use cases are and the way I tell people is like, it's $79. It's not like we're asking you to implement like something for a few $1,000s, something like that. So Steve says also starting interactive site for museums. Museums are a huge use case, and interestingly, our product has very high resolution. So our product is actually the most go-to product for museums or museum owners, because a lot of other virtual tour softwares, they reduce the quality of the images. We don't do that. So uh, we get a lot of requests from museums for this. But the only problem with museums is that getting the tour done is huge. It takes a lot of time because they want everything to be perfect. They want everything to look like exactly the way it's in the museum. They have to get approvals, so like we have like 5 museums, very big names, I can't name them, that are right now building their virtual tours with us, but they have to get like a lot of like paperwork done, because it's actually putting art out for everybody outside the museum. So they just need to get those things done.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's good because these use cases will actually, prompt our audience, some of them, they want to buy the tools, but then they say, hey, how I'm going to use the tool, how I'm going to make money out of it, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to
So
the question.
yeah. Okay, go for it.
So by Larry Tan, so he's comparing you with Metapod, your competitor.
Hmm.
Fish lens, I don't know what does it mean,
A little distorted. Okay. Uh, so Larry, I think we are very different from Matterport because Matterport has their own hardware, but I don't think there's any distortion. So if you look at maybe the panoramas you're looking at or the other virtual tours you're looking at are distorted, but ours is not, because so I don't know how detailed do I have to go to, but a panorama is basically a single image. And what you do is you take that image and you put it into a sphere. And the way we build the sphere is the most accurate mathematically. A lot of people don't put in the effort to build a sphere. They use some hacks. So I think the only other product that does it correctly is this other like desktop software called KR Panel. So we are the only 2 people that actually warp the image the right way mathematically. So distortion is actually the least.
Okay.
Just
So for Larry Tan, for your information, your National University of Singapore is actually in early days actually already
customers.
started using
Yep.
Teleport, So this,
Teleport
I
me. Yeah.
think maybe you're not around earlier part of the webinar. Okay, let's move to Charles. Your question. He also from Singapore. Preset template.
Do you have preset template? We must submit actual photos or videos. I mean, we have some like demo tours, but I don't know what this means. Submit actual photos or videos. I don't
Which
understand
mean
that question.
you have some template, then they actually have some photo or maybe video, then they just plug it in at the various spot in the template. Is it something that I think this is what he
No,
means?
no, I think he maybe doesn't understand the product. And so you can't have the same template for say like you have 2 different apartments. You have to take the photos and then kind of place them in the right way. What we have is we have some demo tours. So for every AppSumo customer, we give them 2 demo tours for free. And so if you want to find customers, you can use the demo tour and go and get the customer. So you can say, hey, why don't I show you, build something like this for you? So we have that. And then if you buy more codes, we give you 6 temp of different kinds. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we have to answer this question from Raymond G again, because I asked, do we need a 360 camera or something like that? So for the benefit
Yeah,
of
I would say that you need a 360 camera for anything professional.
yeah.
And I recommend it because you can use our app. So just FYI, we are the largest panorama app in the world. We have Panorama 360. If you go to your Android phone or your iOS phone and search for Panorama app, we are the #1 result. We have about 20 million downloads, 2 million people every month. So we're very good on that part, but we don't recommend that for professionals. That's mostly used by people who are traveling or you know, there are some realtors that use it, but honestly, the quality is not that good as the 360 camera. So if you're providing it as a service where you're making revenue, I would recommend getting the 360 camera from us. I mean, like the price point wise, we're the best. Yeah.
That's understandable, no? So
Yeah.
Alexander Lim, what are the resolution and limits?
Uh, okay. What are the resolution and limits? So
I
the
think
resolution. So if you look at, okay, maybe I'm not sharing my screen. Let me share it. Okay. So on the AppSumo page, you can get, where is it? It's a 16K resolution, right? And the limits are right here. I mean, I don't know how to explain, but we can go. I mean, let's take the deal questions after like some other questions. Then I can go to the deal and like kind of
yeah,
talk
okay,
about.
that's good. Let me project this up. Steve Bessler said that he had tried using the cell phone. It's not too bad. So okay.
I think Steve
So
won a code last time, or he purchased a code last time. I'm not very sure, but he's a customer.
okay, is there a built-in lead form to lead from capture feature?
No. So we initially were going to build it, but a lot of our actual MRR customers felt like that was kind of useless because they all have their own lead form captures. Like they have each of them have their own process. Like people use different softwares to capture leads. And so instead of that, we just gave them a very easy way to embed the forms. And so that's what we help you do. So like, I don't think an inbuilt lead capture form is what we should be doing because no marketing firm exists without having a proper lead capture form, like a process. So like use that, you just embed that in our tour.
Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, this question is a bit long, three parts. If you cannot, yeah, you can read it out by Jadip Haria.
Jaideep Harya, two looks nice. One, there are some what is the use of that? So, I mean, the use of the SEO setting is that when Google goes to the link, it finds the name, and if you need to put an SEO, and we also have a lot of like black hat people using it, so for very weird reasons, it's very difficult to like stop them. Can we do virtual tour videos? No, we don't support 360 videos right now, but you can use the 360 photos, which are very much more, I would say, in demand than 360 videos and have better conversions than videos. Three is very less. Is there, like I said, I mean, like I showed before, like 3 GB storage is more than enough for like 70, 80 tours. So I don't think of it as like, you know, like a 3 GB video or something like that. It's more than enough from Pandorama's perspective.
Okay, thank you. This question is a bit long from Ray. Maybe you can read it on the live chat on the right hand side.
Or overlay of two. Yeah, we have a before and after thing. Let me show it to you.
Okay, for your information, now we have 34 people watching live.
Oh, that's impressive, man. We're doing something right. Well, okay, let's go.
No, your screen is not shared yet.
Oh, not share yet. Okay, one second. Let me do that. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Share screen. There you go.
Okay, it's
Okay,
coming up.
so here, yep. So this is a demo of a split view. So this is the feature. So if you go to, let's say, here you go to share. Okay. Here you have this feature, or it says split view or twin view. Okay. It's not very useful in this specific tour because this is not set up to be a split view. But if you wanted that, you go to split view. So this is how the split view looks like. A split view is generally a before and after tour. So it's used by architects to show how things will look. So what this architect is showing is like how the building will look like. So I don't know if this is really visible, but he's added like a building here, which is actually not constructed right now. But when you kind of move it on, you can kind of see it. So this is what you would call as a split view. So we used a lot in before and after. And then we have the twin view, which is more of a comparison. So it's basically two views just to compare, you know? So if you want to compare two things, you want to see how they look. So this is something that's used a lot by architects to show their work. And or like, for example, there are these, I don't know if you have seen them, but they're called like virtual staging. And so if you have a room, they will sort of stage the room and add like different kind of decor and everything. So this is also used for that. So this is like a feature within the product itself.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me project this question by Charles Yo on the template. So his answer is a bit long. Maybe you have to read it on the live chat. You know? Can you read that?
Yeah, I'm reading it. Yeah. The reason I asked for preset templates is this: I have a virtual map consisting of many company logos. And when the user clicks on each logo, they go to a preset template. They choose this template is actually like an office lobby, blah, blah, blah. Then with these lobbies of each company, they have their own virtual tour, their own products and avatar. I don't know, man. I mean, this can be developed for a price, but I don't think we have that right now. You know, like it seems like a custom something that
Custom
somebody
made,
has
yeah.
done. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Charles, I think you have a lot of customer. You can pay Vineeth to do a custom tour for you.
Yeah. I mean, I think that what you are referring to is somebody that has gone and like built custom animations and everything. But we provide software, so we don't do any of the custom stuff. But you know, for a price, we'll do anything.
Okay, Faisal were asking, you want to do surprise, open the door and see a LTD, that kind of thing.
So we have plans for that. Like one of the things that we want to do, you know, it's kind of like, I'm not promising that we're going to do it, but it's something that we think is very interesting, is kind of like having the ability to create some kind of like logic flow, you know, like sort of people can, so kind of very similar to the way Netflix has these shows where you can say, okay, I want to do this and I want to do that, and then it shows you some other thing. I don't know if people have seen that movie, but basically you decide the experience. So the reason for that is there's a lot of demand for schools experiences, and especially in VR, which is what I was hoping that we would have some virtual reality questions, because you know Metaverse is so big right now. So the the topic for this live chat was virtual tours are the gateway to Metaverse. And one of the things that we wanted to do was we wanted to create an easy way for people to create virtual reality escape rooms. So I don't know if you know what a virtual reality escape room is, Albert, but have you tried it? Do you know what an escape room is, Albert?
Come
Do you
again?
know what an escape room is?
No.
No.
Yeah, escape
So,
room. Okay, yes, of course.
right.
But
So
I never
there's a
been to
huge
one.
demand. Right. So there's a huge demand for creating virtual reality escape rooms. And so we have customers that are creating. So for example, I'll show you. One second, quickly. Share screen. Okay.
Okay.
So here you have, these customers that are creating these amazing experiences. So you can see them like they're super detailed experiences,
I see.
and we can make it super interactive with the tools we already have. But you need to be a little bit of a 3D programmer to get these kind of, just like look at the quality, right? So people can use these kind of images to create VR experiences that can be then like put on a Oculus Quest or something like that and sold on the Oculus store very easily. So that's something we want to do. We want to enable people to be able to like take these like really amazing experiences and create like a escape room experience that you can, if you have an Oculus, you can just buy it on the Oculus and use it. So it's kind of like a puzzle, like a way to create a puzzle for like a VR puzzle. So that's something that we want to do because I think it's fun and I think that a lot of people will like it. But I don't know when and if you ever do it. But
Yeah, that could be for future updates. Okay.
yeah.
There are few members who actually ask about, they just, maybe they don't want to buy the 360 camera. They just want to experiment with a mobile phone. Is there any good examples
Right.
of tours?
Yeah, I mean, I do have those examples. I will have to maybe. These are comments on the video, right?
This comment in the Facebook group. You can actually go
Okay, so
back.
then I can just I can go back and I'll send it to you, Anuj.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay. So, okay, this question is technical. Can you compress the video?
No. Yeah, I mean, we don't do videos, Jaideep. We just do photos. There's no product in the market that does videos.
Okay, so this DS Wong is using WordPress plugin for the virtual tour, but then the disadvantage is the server resources.
Yeah, the WordPress plugin, if it's WPVR, it's really bad. Just being very honest with you. They haven't really done much of work on it. Yeah, I mean, I would recommend using TeliportMe over that for sure.
Okay, this question is interesting. No, Faisal was asking simultaneous video
And just to
bubble.
follow up with that question, can you put that question back again?
The WordPress.
Right. Where is the question? It says that this TeliportMe seems that
Yeah,
it should
by
highlight,
DS
right?
Wong. You can see that on the right hand side.
Just us. Yeah, I mean, I think DS Wong, you're absolutely right. I think, like I said, a lot of people don't understand this about our product. Is like if you had to do a virtual tour product on WordPress or try to do it by yourself or host it by yourself, you would end up using a lot of resources because you don't know how to do it optimally, right? And this is like the problem with most of these WordPress plugins is like they're not optimized for this thing, and so if you use it without knowing how to optimize it, you're just going to end up burning your servers. You're just going to end up like having a slow thing. It'll affect your site quality and all of that stuff. So like I said, our product is very unique. It's not like a form, or it's not like you need experts to do this, like, so just
It's quite complex.
stop asking me questions about like 3GB, please. Like I showed you example, like it's not like a simple product.
Okay, Faisal is asking about a simultaneous video bubble or text bubble that pops up when they enter a room and talk about the particular room.
I have to see. Okay, we're going to see if we could have some video bubble or even a text bubble that pops up when we enter. Yep, we're going to do that. So the next year, our focus is on like just adding a ton of customizations based on entry, exit, scroll, all of that stuff. So we're already, I would say, like number 2 in the market. We hope to be number 1 soon.
Okay. What counts as a one virtual tour and how is it defined?
So it's basically the link. So, when you create a virtual tour, you get a link, and that's considered one virtual tour. So one virtual tour can have hundreds of panoramas. There's no limit to the number of panoramas you can have.
Okay, this question is about one brand account is one sub account?
No. Sub accounts are only agency plan, and I can talk about the agency plan. If people are interested in agency plans, let me know in the comments, and I'll talk about the agency plans. But the brand account is just a template that you can set for your brand. So for a lot of photographers, which is our main customer, our MRR customers, they have, let's say, 10 real estate clients. So each real estate client has their own logo, colors, text, whatever it is.
Brand kits, I would say them.
Brand kits, yeah, that's exactly what it is. So, so the photographer can go set up the brand kit, and then once they're creating the tour, they can create the tour, load the brand kit, like I showed it in the demo. I'll show it again because I think.
Okay, DS Wong asks again. So,
okay.
The question was cut off, so you have to read in the comment.
Okay.
We can't see the top of the building.
Where is it? Okay, it's here. I think if you take panoramic photos, we could also use it to create a virtual tour. The only thing is that you can't set up any, please comment. Yes. So if you're using our apps, you don't see the top and the bottom because it is I would say next to impossible to use a phone to get good quality up and down. So you would have to use something like a mechanical rotator because it has to be very accurate. And, when you're moving your hand, you're not very accurate at all.
Can we use a drone? Put it up.
Drone is a good idea. So we have a lot of drone companies that use our products. So drones are also a very good way to do it.
Okay, let's move on the question. Okay, can we embed our HTML code? I don't understand.
Absolutely. Or our own HTML code. I don't know about that. What does that mean? Is it?
I'm not sure, but
we
maybe
have places where you can add your own HTML, like CSS styling, but it's. We don't have it as a full design, if that's what you're asking.
Agency feature to provide 3D video service to client.
Yeah, so we have an agency product that basically is sub accounts. So you can buy 15 sub accounts from us. I used to recommend this very strongly, but what I realized is that maybe only agencies that have the ability to sell sub accounts should buy it, because otherwise it just becomes kind of like you spend too much money. Because our agency, the lowest plan is $999. So the people that have bought it and used it have already made their money back. But if you don't use it, then it becomes kind of a cost.
Okay, just to follow up the last question, is talking about HTML code to the hotspot. Which means
HTML code. So we do have an option, but I don't know why would you want to add an HTML code to a hotspot? Like, is there a specific reason? Are you trying to embed your website? If you're trying to embed your website, then yes, that can be done. But that's only a business feature, so you would have to upgrade to our business LTD.
Okay, so Charles Yeo is going to contact you to custom build one for him separately.
We'll see. This guy, Charles Yeo, has contacted me like 10 times, and then he never follows up. So we'll see what Charles Yeo comes up with.
So maybe this time is for real.
Maybe this time is for real. We'll see.
Okay, that's good. So this is a comment.
Oh, thanks, Ray. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Daniel was talking
Where
about
do you
five
want
years
this
from
product to
now.
be in 5 years? I think that 5 years from now, our world is going to look very different. I think that there is going to be a lot of VR experiences that are going to come out. I think people are already, using VR for a lot of interesting features. Facebook is investing a lot of money into it. We would like to be a part of like the sort of in the VR ecosystem. We would want to be somewhere kind of where Canva is right now for normal stuff. So that's where we would like to be.
Okay, before we go to the next question, let me post up the giveaway form. I almost forgotten.
No giveaways for anybody. All these questions are useless. No giveaways. Go buy
Okay,
the
guys,
product.
please go to this link and put in your name so that we can actually do a giveaway. I will post it in the Facebook group as well. Hold on, give me a minute. Okay, guys, you know what to do. Please put in your participate by filling up the form. 3 questions will be asked, and that's it. Quite simple. Okay. So we need
Yeah.
this question from Ray Mongi.
No, we actually just added a feature, man. Ray Mongi should just buy our product. And we just added a feature that does that. So you can, depending on like where you want the person to go, you can select specific link and it goes there.
Okay. Yeah, I think we have answered most of the question, unless we miss out, But anyway, if you
Anyway,
guys
if,
have
if
any
people
question,
people think that we missed out their question, leave a question again.
yes, yes. Or you can actually ask anytime, while we are actually still having the campaign in our group.
Yeah. And instead of getting free codes, just go buy the product, mister. Just kidding. Just joking.
Can we use query string in URL? No?
No, not right now. We can't.
Not right now. Okay.
No. We have these features for our enterprise, but like honestly, we haven't our MRR customers never request any of these things because the product is built for them. What I've realized is a lot of like agencies have like very weird requests, and it doesn't translate to like our main customers. And so we have to figure out like a good way to balance the both.
Okay, so I think more or less we have covered everything. So
Okay. Should I go through the deal?
yes, you go through the deal. Then after that, we go to
Okay.
into the giveaway.
Okay. All right. Share screen. There we go. All right. So the deal is really simple. So if you go to appsumo.com/product/teleportme virtual tours, just search, you'll find it. There are 2 ways to buy from us. One is you go and you buy. So we have a very unique deal with AppSumo because we're such a good product, and we negotiate very very well. So you can buy 1 code from them, and then you can stack from us as much as you want directly. You don't have to actually stack from AppSumo. So, and a lot of people do that to support us. So, but if you prefer stacking from AppSumo, you can do it. But we only allow 3 codes from AppSumo, not more than 3 codes per account. Now, once you buy your codes and then you sort of, actually, I'll show you like a fake Okay. So this is an AppSumo thing for this specific deal. So what you can do here, you go here to your plans, it'll show you AppSumo lifetime deal, and you can redeem your AppSumo codes right here. So over here, we have upgrades. So this upgrade that you can buy here for $79 is the same upgrade that you can buy here. So once you go and you activate your AppSumo code, you can just go and buy as many and stack up to 20 codes per account. Okay. And this will give you 200 extra tours, 60 GB. So anybody that has a problem with the space, you can get up to 60 GB here. Now, you can also buy custom domains. So, I think unlimited amount of custom domains. We have one customer that has bought 35 custom domains, and he has a customer on each of those custom domains. And so then so what I would recommend is to look at the business LTD, because a lot of our cool features. So Albert, let me show some like cool features. So for example, this is what we call the magic embed. So the magic embed is the ability to embed. So this is actually a video. So you can see this is like within the 360 sphere itself. Now see this fireplace, right? So I can stop it, but it kind of feels inside, it's like within the part of the thing. Now, for example, then this one is also within the part of that thing. So for museums, this is like a good,
Mona Lisa.
Yeah. So this is why museums use it, right? So this is our magic embed feature, which is a part of the business LTD. So if you go here, get the business LTD, you get higher panorama limit. You also get GDPR analytics. So you will get excuse me. So if you are based in Europe and you want to make sure that you are not tracking any of their tours, but you want to give your customers the ability to track, then we have GDPR analytics, 10K events per month. Trust me, this is more than enough. Then once you upgrade to the business LTD, you can upgrade to Dollhouse and team members. Now, if anybody wants unlimited storage, you can buy it. No one has ever bought it, so I'm not gonna, no one's bought it actually. So, but if you really are so concerned about it, you can buy it. And then we have the agency plans, which are $999 and $1299, sub accounts, 150 tours, 90 brands, 750 GB. We introduced this last year. We sold about 135 agency plans, and we reopened it this year. The limits are lower than last year, so I would recommend that. So that's what we're going to do every year. We're going to lower the limits and increase the prices. So if you're interested, let me know. But what I would recommend everybody to get is the business LTD. I think this is, and you can buy this directly from us. So if you go to the TeliportMe AppSumo page, and maybe I can give you this link, Albert. Okay. And over here you have these links over here. So this link over here and this link over here. Let me actually. These take you to our upgrade pages, right? So these are our upgrades, AppSumo upgrades. So over here, I show everybody about the 3D dollhouse. So you can, so if you get 6 codes, you get all the business plan features, right? So basically 6 codes is essentially this, right? So if you go here and you buy 6 codes, you'll essentially get everything off this. So that's why I say I recommend buying the business LTD instead of the 6 codes. Okay. Then, right. Then if you get 12 codes, you get the 6 codes, plus we give you white label tours that you can use for pre-selling, right? And then 20 codes. This full guide, actually, we are selling this as an accelerator. so if you are somebody that wants to learn how to start the 360 business, we have a 360 accelerator that we are launching next month. And definitely like either contact me for that, or buy a code and be on the email list, and then you can refund the code. You have 60 days. So like, just letting you know, there's no other better way. Or join our Facebook group. Albert, is it okay to share?
Yes, no problem.
Right. So can you put it on the thing, so that, or you can join our Facebook group where we're going to talk about it. And then you have 1 hour a week. So all of this is part of that accelerator. So like, if you get 20 codes, you get free access to the accelerator, which we will charge about, I don't know, maybe $350 to $400. And then you stack over here, like every code you buy, you get an extra stuff, and then when you get 20 codes, you get a jump over here. So like, everything's 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and then like, if you get 20, it's like 50, 20, and some more here. So those are the things. And then we have the agency. So the business LTD combo is, if you don't want to buy anything from AppSumo and you want to buy straight from us, we give you the business LTD, this part, and we give you one CNAME. And so that's the combo. Where's my list?
Okay.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, I think that answers Faizal's question. He asked whether do you need to buy a base LTD to buy the business LTD.
Oh, there was a question? I don't know. Oh, okay. I can't see that. Sorry. Yeah, so you don't have to buy anything from AppSumo to buy the business LTD. You can just contact us directly. And this is on the AppSumo page. So if you go here and you click on this, it just opens this link that has information to all of this. So those are the way to upgrade. And if people are really interested in the agency plan, just reach out to me before you buy it, because I personally don't like you spending so much money and not getting any ROI. So I'll probably have a conversation with you before you buy it.
Okay, so I think that's it. So we have answered almost all the questions. And then if you have any other question, you can reach out directly to Vineeth, or actually put in our Facebook group. Vineeth will actually go through that. So it's time to do our last lap of our webinar. There is a giveaway. And I think we have about 37 people put up the names. Okay, let me share my screen of the view. Hold on, I need to, because they are, okay, let me share my screen. Hold on, guys. I need to get somebody's name up again. Okay. Hold on. Okay, we have the 37 names. So let me check whether any repeated names quickly. Okay, I think we are good to go. So should we spin the name now? Because
Go for it.
giveaway prizes.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, guys. Get ready. If your name call means you won a prize, but you must be present to claim the prize. Let's go. Bong Nam Nguyen from Vietnam. Pong Nam, are you there to claim your prize? Please type your name in the chat so that we know you are here. If not, we'll spin again. Your name is I'm here or you are Pong Nam Nguyen? Please type your name. Okay, never mind. I know you are. Okay, congratulations, Pong Nam Nguyen. So let's shuffle again. The second winner is on the way. DS Wong. So DS Wong, you can throw away your what you call a WordPress plugin now, since you won the prize. So please type your name so that you can claim the prize. Are you there, DS Wong? Okay, thank you. So second name is DS Wong. So the third winner, I will spin the third winner. VJ. Oh, VJ is from real estate business. So this will be useful for you, VJ. VJ Matani. So please type your name to claim your prize. VJ Matani. Okay, yeah. Problem is I do not know whether this is the real Vijay Watani because he didn't show the names. Okay, yeah, I think it's him. So next time, please give permission to the video to show your name and photo. So let me remove your name. So now we'll spin the last two names.
Oh, DS Wong won it too?
Yes, DS Wong won one. So he can
come on, DS Wong. You got to buy some codes, man. Just kidding.
Okay, yes. Let me spin, because this is the second last prize. Ankit Disit. Ankit, congratulations. Ankit Disit. So if you are around, please claim this prize by tapping your name. We'll wait for a few seconds. Okay, sometimes we do have this Facebook stream is lagging in certain country because, this is server issue, Okay, Ankit Disit from India. So this is the prize that you have won. Congratulations. So this is the last prize. Let me spin, not spin, shuffle. Okay, guys, that's it. Last prize is coming. Oh, Atlee. Move. No. Oh, you missed the hairline. Mohan Nirola, congratulations. Mohan Nirola, I think is from Kathmandu, if I'm not wrong, Nepal. Please take some good photo by using a good video in this Kathmandu, Himalayas, if you want the prize. Mohan, are you there to claim the prize? Oh, yes. Thank you. Okay. Atlee, don't be disappointed. You still have many chances, Okay,
Atlee is fully stacked. Just FYI, he has fully stacked TeliportMe, so he doesn't need any extra codes.
Okay, let me stop the sharing. Where is okay? I will change the screen. Okay, guys. I will read out all the names of the winners so that everybody know. The first one is Pong Nam Nguyen. Second one is DS Wong. Third one is Vijay Matani. Fourth winner is Ankit Disit, and the fifth one is Mohan. Okay, so congratulations, guys. Before we actually end, I would like to say a few words. Now it's like almost 1.5 hours. For the first 10-15 minutes, we actually have technical issue that we have to change the link because with video have error. So, but fortunately, we can continue. So, with this, I'd like to say thank you for your attendance and also your interactive question that you have asked, and hopefully that you will actually consider this Vineeth's product, Teleport. And from what we have seen, I think it's something that can make you money, if you use it properly, especially for small agency or big agencies. So, Vineeth, do you have anything to say to the audience before we say goodbye?
No, I mean, thanks a lot, guys, for being interactive and asking questions. And I hope the people that want it will use it, and the people that think that there is value. I'm very active on these groups. I'm also an LTD addict in some ways, so feel free to reach out to me and ask me any questions, and I'll be happy to answer. So no problem on that. And yeah.
Okay.
And thanks, Albert. I mean, Albert's been, I've
No,
always
really.
wanted to come on Albert's live because Albert seems like this. And I was telling Atlee this also, like, he just seems to have like, very relaxed, retired attitude. Is like, he's not into any drama. He's just doing his live streams and like talking about products. And I just thought it was a very cool vibe that way. So,
Okay.
so thanks for
Thank
doing
you.
this, Albert.
Thank you. So,
I
guys,
think you are very prolific, which I think is very, very good. You're very prolific.
okay.
It's
Thank
good.
you, guys. We will see you again. Hopefully this Sunday, we might have a Facebook Live with a founder. I have not finalized because he requested me to do it because it's time sensitive because it's there after Black Friday, so he will lose the what you call the prime time. So he helped me. He asked me to do it on Sunday. But then I agree. But subject to confirmation by tomorrow. Okay, thank you, guys, and I'll see you in the next webinar. And bye bye, Vineeth. Good
Bye,
morning to
Albert.
you.
Yeah, bye bye.